What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. This is about the 5th time I've had to record this video due to crashing and all kinds of things. The build is that good, it causes the game to crash. Now, there was once a dream that Berserk and Clutch made a comeback to the Division 2. It was a year 1 dream that was ripped away from us when Gear 2.0 became a thing. And I thought, as health is now a bit more of a thing, we have an Ouroboros that fires really quickly. Can Clutch be good again? Obviously, Berserk is not back in the game, but can Clutch be good? And can we kind of recreate that era of being really, into our health, essentially, no armor, and seem super powerful? And if we look at the Devil's Due that is still in the game, it kind of fits in perfect to this dream scenario that I'm thinking about. We get 90% health from the 3-piece Seska brand set bonus, and then we get Clutch. Perfect Clutch, obviously, if you are below 20% armor, critical hits repair 2.5% missing armor, kills allow you to repair up to 100% armor for 4 to 10 seconds based on the number of red core attributes. So, can we shoot that fast with the Ouroboros that this heal is actually significant, right? And with not really any other bits in the build, is that really going to be enough for our survivability? Now, yes, I have got some armor on killing the build because I kind of needed it with the pieces that I put in it. It kind of came by default, but I'm not using Hunter's Fury, right? Hunter's Fury would easily be the go-to with this, and I kind of wanted to avoid that a little bit. Now, we could do a Seska Hunter's Fury Ninja Bike build, and that would kind of work, but I've gone all high-end, back to the day of year 1, and we're just going to see if this actually works. And you know, if you pause games on point here, you could get a quick sneak peek of the build there. So what we'll do is we'll get up to the top of these steps, and for the 5th time today, we'll let the enemies beat us up, and then we'll just kind of see what the regen is like. So, mate, oh, Mr. Shotgunner, please shoot me. No, don't emote me, shoot at me. Thank you. So off 2 enemies, we got back half of our health. 3 enemies, nearly all of it. Well, nearly all of our armor. And then so on, we are back at cap. Now, obviously, some yellow enemies would be a better test. We are on heroic. I don't think this would, straight up here, I don't think this would do wonderful things in legendary. I think essentially, the SMG market is kind of cornered by Hunter's Fury being so good. But maybe there's room for a little bit of a mix here. Clutch not getting a buff, bit of a bummer really with Project Resolve. It just needed a tiny buff. Yes, I am too strong. I'm glad you decided to let me out of the splooge. Obviously, we're not even really benefiting too much right now because our shield's taking all the damage. So we'll come off the shield for a little bit. And we'll see in this area how it really feels, right? You are worth it. There's a shampoo commercial.
Serious trauma detected.
See, a lot of this does depend on, the Ouroboros, right? The Ouroboros is good in a lot of builds. And essentially because of how much it's compensating. And my bad aim. I mean, if you had good aim, this build would be amazing. But the Ouroboros is putting in a lot of the work here, keeping up the slack from how bad Clutch really is nowadays. But it's not terrible. But I just think that, I'm a huge fan of Bloodsucker, right? And yes, it is putting in the work. Yes, it is. Go on, hit me, hit me, hit me. I mean, it does do the job, but I just don't think it's quite good enough. So, I mean, it's not quite the Berserk clutch build I was hoping for. I was hoping for the year one dream to be making a comeback. And maybe that is the direction they're pushing the game back into with all these health bonuses. Maybe that is to come. But for now, I really don't feel like that dream is back. I mean, you could run glass cannon, but then you really would need to be having your shield up all the time. And it takes away from the... I feel like it takes away from that purpose a little bit. That run and gun feel that I kind of want to feel, you know, with this build. So let's have a look at it. So we were with the flamethrower, and that gives us 30% health on kill as well. But it also gives us the shield that we didn't have on, the striker shield. That is an absolute bozo moment. GG's in the comments for me being an idiot. So we should have had the striker's shield on for the extra damage per enemy in front of us. We didn't, so don't be like Tickle. Reviver High for an up close and personal build is a no-brainer. I haven't got mods for it anymore, the game deleted them. And then we're going to run this high-end setup. Now, there is a unicorn in here, but you could actually do this a very different way. I could have actually set it up a different way. I did have a piece, actually, and I've been a bit of an idiot. I made it harder than what it actually is, but I'll explain that as we go along. It seems to be that everything I do in this video is going to go wrong, but 3-piece Seska. Crit chance, hazard protection, and health. We are over crit chance cap, so just be aware of that. If I could roll this to headshot damage, I would. I just didn't have the piece. I'm over by about 8% or something like that. So we got crit chance, crit damage, right? Really, really nice. And then we obviously need to take the Devil's Due. That's the only piece really, because we want perfect clutch, which gives us crit damage, crit chance, crit damage. And again, I would have swapped this crit damage, this crit chance here for a headshot damage roll so that I weren't over cap if that was possible. Then with the knees, weapon damage, headshot damage, critical hit damage, absolutely brilliant. Exactly what I've been looking for so that I'm not over critical hit chance cap. I would have gone with a Seska chest piece in reality with Obliterate. That is much, much easier to get. There you go. This is much, much easier to get because it comes with a red core attribute. I could have rolled this to headshot damage and Obliterate. It would have been a miles better fit for the video. I don't know why I didn't do it. I'm an idiot. I just wanted to really show off my unicorn piece here. That is my Palisade, which 2-piece gives us armor on kill, health, which is where I really wanted to be. I wanted to be up near this 1,000,000 point in the health so that when my armor was depleted, I didn't feel like I was going to die, right? That clutch had enough time then to bring that armor back, and we can kind of keep reliving that cycle. So with the chest piece, we want weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and crit damage. Obliterate here because I think glass cannon would just be too much to take, too much incoming damage. But yeah, that's what I would recommend you doing. 2 Palisades. So the other Palisade would be perhaps the mask or the knees, and go with a Seska chest piece. Miles easier to farm and miles easier to get. So just to go back to that, and then with the knees, headshot damage, crit damage, we mentioned that before. Chest piece, crit chance, crit damage, a holster. This is pretty difficult to farm, but not impossible. Crit chance, crit damage, and weapon damage. And then we've got the 511 making another appearance in a DJTICKLE build video. Unbelievable scenes here. But that's because it's got 30% health, right? 30% health. We got weapon damage, we got armor on kill, and critical hit damage. And this is what I meant by there's a bit of armor on kill stacked in here. We get some from the Palisade, and we get some from the 511. Now you could perhaps go with Gunner and make that 30%. And I think that would kind of give this a little bit more of an edge than using the shield. And then you could use the Banshee Pulse instead, or the Defender Drone perhaps. And I think that might make this build just a little bit better. And then with the backpack, crit damage, crit chance, crit damage, perfect clutch, which we showed before. If you look to your stats, like I said, I am over, but I've got 163% crit damage, a respectable 80% headshot damage as well. And like I said, this headshot damage could be 90%, and this should be 59% crit chance if I could get some better rolls. But that's going to be it for the build video. And like I said, it's all right. It works out really well. We could jig it around really quickly. If you're about to leave, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and consider joining the channel if you're enjoying the Division 2 content where I don't speak English. And let's just jig this around a little bit. Oh, that was Sokolov. That wasn't Sesker. There we go. So we will put this one on instead. And then I think I've got a PS mask in my inventory that I've already maxed out. And that would be a better way and an easier way of putting this together. It's better instead of spending 2 weeks solid in countdown like I have and still don't have all of the unicorn pieces that I've been trying to get. So, masks. There we go. That's what we would do. That is exactly what we would do. So we would take this here. Just because I love you guys, I'll waste the materials and do the weapon damage on it. We are still over cap significantly because, like I said, some of these pieces need to be crit damage, headshot damage. And I just don't have them available unless I could roll this one. Oh, I could roll this one. Stats. So we're still over, unfortunately. So we can't take that one down. We've done that already. And the PS ones would have to, yeah, okay. So we can't. So you'd have to get a PS mask or holster with headshot damage and crit damage is what to bring it down exactly. But then we can mod these up. And it's going to come out the same as before. But an easier version to farm, right? Definitely an easier version to farm. 6163. And like I said, other options here would be to go with Gunner and slap on that. And I think that's probably your better variant, right? Or you can put on the Defender drone. You've got 30% health armor on kill built into this as well. Actually pretty nice. I'm actually pretty impressed with it. Clutch is okay. It's not the best. It's not the best. Like I said, Bloodsucker's probably a better shout here. You know, you could literally run this exact build and just run Bloodsucker on the backpack and be in probably a better place than running Clutch. But we had to test it out. We wanted to live the dream. That's going to be it for the video. If you've not already left before I did the rejig of the build, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and consider joining the channel if you like me speaking English and you're liking the Division content. Thank you so much for all your support recently, agents. I cannot thank you enough. You've absolutely made my channel pop off and made me feel like a real content creator, which is really nice. So thank you very, very much. If you need a Discord server with people that love the Division, you'll find the link down below in the description. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, agents. Goodbye.